Good evening. I'm Nancy Dodge from YB Stamp. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and welcome to Back to Basics. This evening I'm going to show you 3 card and tag combinations to use with the sketches that are on page, oh, I had to say that. Now I don't remember what page it's on. Got it right here. Hold on. Page 16 of the September through December mini catalog from Stampin' Up. Anyway, they have sketches just like they did in the annual catalog, so that's what I'm going to use this evening. Alright, the first sketch I'm going to use is this one. So I have some stamp sets here, some cardstock. So this is the first one I made. As you can see, it's got the layers just like the picture. And then I'll show you, we're going to do the card and then I will show you the coordinating tag. So I have my cardstock. I have some designer series paper. I have a piece I'm going to cut in a triangle, a square, a circle, and now I don't know what happened to the little banner. Surprise! I just had it and now it's lost. Anyway, I'll find it, sorry. And then a piece for the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly put this together. And I've pulled out this stamp set and these greetings. So I'm going to, so these are the greetings that I used. No, that's not it. I used this for the tag. That's what I used. My husband walked through the door just as I was getting ready to go live. He's been gone all weekend. Do you guys have that happen? Yeah, it's not pretty. Alright, I'm just going to stamp this in pecan pie. There we go. And quickly clean it with my Stampin' Scrub and my Stampin' Seal on the raindrop side. I'm going to wash and dry. Wash and dry. Alright, now I'm going to take my snips. Now, to make this even, I just take my pencil and put this, you know, in between some numbers. So, let's see, between 21 and 18 is the middle. So I'm just going to give it a little mark. And I'm going to cut it up about 1/4 of an inch. And then I'm going to meet it from corner to where I cut up. And same on the other side. So the sketch is that I have in the corner is copied from the catalog. It's that simple. It's that simple. Alright, I'm going to put this down flush with some Stampin' Seal. When you're rushing, nothing goes right. And I'm going to put it right in the middle. Or my eye's middle, I should say, because unless we get out our ruler and writing utensils, it just doesn't go that way, does it? Alright, center this on the front. Then I'm going to add this to my 3x3 square. Now I have the measurements that I used for all this. If anybody wants them, just let me know. Drop me a line in the comments. And I'm going to use dimensionals on this piece. I use 5. I just don't like the middle to be saggy. Hope you all had a good weekend. Mine was very busy. A friend of mine and my daughter brought me shopping for Mother of the Bride dress. So that was our excitement. Okay, now pretend I have a little sentiment on here, just like this one. I will find it and post it, I promise. And I have these adhesive back swirl dots to put on here. So remember, my sentiment's going here. I just want to add a little bit for visual. And then this is going on the inside. So that we have room to write things. Alright, so there's our card, and then I have, whoops, missed this for the card. This is just a strip that I cut off from the designer series paper, just to add a little something on the inside. I thought I had it, but then I didn't see it. Just like that little banner piece. Alright, the tag. I used the tailor-made tag die to cut these out. And I cut one of the pecan pie cardstock and one of the designer series paper. And then this, hold on. Might help if you see the tag, right? Alright, there's the tag. So I'm going to just cut about an inch or so off of here. I'm going to get out my cutter, my trimmer, and I'm going to cut off, making a great big mess. I guess about 3/4 of an inch is what I did. You can save this for something else if you want. And then I'm going to tack it just a little bit because I don't want it to flap up. Line it up. And I have 2 pieces of 8-inch twine. One is going to be for the tag. Top. And then the other one's going to be tied around here. And I'm just going to knot it and then twirl it around because Nancy forgot to put it on. Sorry about that. Now it doesn't want to tie. My fingers are all numb. Not numb, but fumbly. Alright. Then I'm just going to spin this around so that it goes underneath. Now it's not spinning. Let's see if I can get it this way. There we go. Maybe. I'm going to trim those pieces a little bit. Alright. A little bit of adhesive. Now the same thing with this little piece here. I'm going to stamp first, and I thought I would put on a little starfish and some little bubbles. No, not bubbles. This. Love you. Instead of for you, love you. Uh-oh, I lost the starfish. I'm batting 1,000 tonight, aren't I? Oh, the starfish is right there. If I had a brain, I'd be dangerous. I'm going to put it on how I want it. And then I'm just going to ink up the pecan pie. Sorry about the squeak. And I'm going to do the same little snip like that. Again, I center it, make just a little pencil mark, cut it up just a smidge, and then angle your snips. There we go. And I'm going to put this on with dimensionals also. Just 2. So this, I'm trying to show you to use these so that you can have a gift card and a gift tag to hang on a bag so they coordinate. So that's the first 2. I'm going to stick those aside. Quickly wash and dry those stamps. Otherwise, I will end up with them all over me. It's just the way it is. I'm going to put those stamps away. Alright, the next one that I have is this one. So if you're following along in the catalog, this is the card. And if I switch over to the tag. Alright, first we're going to do the card. And I've already pre-cut everything. Like I said, I have dimensions for all this. You just need to let me know that you want the dimensions, and I will gladly give them to you. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is put this on the inside, otherwise I'll forget it. Pop it in. And the nice thing about these sketches is you can use any cardstock or designer series paper that you'd like. So this is from the Full of Life, I believe it's called, DSP, from the annual catalog. And I think this is 4 1/4 by 3. Something like that. Alright, put that on. Pray that it's even. I'm going to put dimensionals on these. I'll put 2 on each one. Alright. And I kind of want to go opposite, so I'm going to put the Granny Apple Green on this side. And the crushed curry on the other side. And then I think this is Azure Afternoon in the middle. Then I have my sentiment, and I'm using Sentimental Park because they had nice small sentiments, and I will pull out Happy Birthday. And I'm going to stamp that in Pumpkin Pie. I always put these at an angle because I feel I can see it better when I stamp. When I do it across this way, I tend to hold the block this way and then I can't see. Sorry about the squeak. So I'm just going to ink up. I'm going to stamp it a little to the left, like that. Oh, it's smudged. Flip it over. Much better. Put my ink away. Quickly wash and dry. And again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to put a little dash in the middle. Cut it up. And then meet this from the bottom and the top. Alright. Now, because I cut this the other way, I just want to flatten the sides, because sometimes the back tends to curl up just a little. And I'm going to use mini dimensionals on this one. Just to make sure that it doesn't stick out. And stick it here. Happy birthday. And then I have these. I think they may be retired, but I really liked the sparkly. So that's what I'm going to use. I just wanted sparkle. Sparkle. There. So there's the card. 2 cards that match the sketch. And then we'll move on to the tag. So I just have the designer series paper and the sentiment. Now before I stamp, I'm actually going to put these pieces in. So again, just kind of find the middle on both sides. Using the centimeter side. I suppose I could have used the inch side, but... And I'm just going to cut in a smidge. It's like 1/4 of an inch, I guess. And snip. Snip. You could use that piece as a guide if you wanted to, depending on how accurate you want it to be. Alright, get rid of these little pieces. Alright, and we're going to use the same sentiment. Let's celebrate. Pumpkin pie. I wish I could oil them. Wouldn't do any good. So see, as I'm stamping now, I can see right where it's going. There. Quick wash and dry. You know, how many times do you go to a function like a birthday party? You just throw everything in a bag. This is a perfect way to decorate it a bit, right? Put this in the middle. And then dimensionals. I'm going to put them in just a little bit more because the edge hangs off a smidge. There we go. And then again our twine. So half the sketches seem to be tags because it's a holiday catalog, and half were cards, so that's why I decided to do this way. How's that? All right. Next card and tag. The next one is this with the round, and I'm going to use, I have all my stamp sets first, I don't know why. Alright, this is what I'm going to use, and this is what I made. A little Christmassy, to yours and lots of love. And then I'm doing it just a tad different, believe it or not. So first I'm going to put the piece on the inside, just because I lose it and forget to put the inside in. So we'll do it first. Alright, and then I'm going to put some of these here, and I'm going to use the multi-purpose glue, but I'm using it in this container just because I feel I have, get my silicone mat out. Whoops, I grabbed both. I used less glue this way, and I can also go in the corners and like down that little stem. Whereas if I try that with the applicator that the glue comes in, it does not end well. I had a kids class here once, and I made the mistake of not giving them these. There was glue everywhere. All right. Nice fall theme. I'm going to keep that mat out. Now, this is going here, and this is going on top. So first I want to stamp from here. I'm going to stamp, let's see, I hadn't decided which stamp. They have 3 fabulous stamps here, but I think it's whatever will fit best. How about have a perfectly lovely day? Block, and I have crushed curry ink. I'm going to stamp it, ink it up, center it, there. Wash and dry. Then I'm going to mount this up here. Whoops. When I'm done with this live, I'll have stamps and scraps and everything all over the place. I'm just going to use this as a guide so that I stick it where I want it. Okay. I could straighten it a little, maybe. Yeah, we'll just leave it. And then I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this. And I'll use a little more than normal because this is designer series paper. so it tends to be a little looser. It's not as stiff as the cardstock. So normally I don't put this many on, but I want it to pop up. The worst is taking off the backings, right? They end up everywhere. My husband comes through and with the vacuum and vacuums them up, thankfully. Otherwise, they get throughout the whole house. Although even though he vacuums them, they still end up everywhere. Two more. All right. I'm going to stick it down. Oopsie, ended up. All right, now instead of the 3 squares, I'm going to use 3 leaves. And I'm going to put one on dimensionals and 2 down with glue. But I need to make sure that I only put it on the side so that it sticks up but doesn't. So maybe what I'll do is I'll stick it on this and I won't need my mat. Right? Right. All right, and one more. All right, ta-da. And then I have these faux glass dots that came with this autumn bundle. And they're in Cajun Craze, Copper Clay, Mossy Meadow, and Wild Wheat. And I thought I would use, I know that these are wild wheat, but I thought they looked more like this crushed curry. So there's our card. And now we'll move on to the tag. So the tag for this one that I made is this. But I'm going to use these leaves. So I just need to stamp a sentiment. Let's see, it's small. So how about dear friend? I'm going to use a smaller block. And my crushed curry. Hey Joan, thanks for joining me. Stamp it up. I think I'm going to cut it down just a smidge. Ooh, it's crooked. That's better. I'm just going to take my snips, cut it, and I'm going to use Stamp and Seal on the sentiment. And then I'm going to use, I'll use the glue on 2 of these. I'm just going to do the middles because they're going to hang over the edge just a little bit. One. Whoops. Come back. 2. And then this one I'll use dimensional. And my fingers are all sticky from rescuing that weave. All right. And then our twine to hold the tag. It's curling on me. Thankfully this is nice and thin so it goes through that hole well. But I used the kids' dental floss from when they had their braces. If it's smaller, I don't know if you guys have ever seen these. Because this is how the kids would get dental floss between their braces. Let me put something underneath. See it? And then you just put this little piece through the hole and put the twine in this little hole and just pull it through. So you do that with thicker ribbons. It works great. All right. Now we need some bling on this. Because I think I'm going to use, I think I'll use this just to make it pop a little bit more. All right. So this is the third card and tag. Just the 3 for you tonight. So there's that one. Let me see if I can get you just I don't know if I have a slide. Let's look. Oh, I do. I do have a slide that shows just my table. So in this one. And this one. And I will post all these pictures on Facebook and on my my webpage, ybstamp.com, so that you can look at them. And like I said, if you want the dimensions that I used, I did write them down and I have them in a PDF tutorial type thing. So just let me know if you want it, and I'd be very happy to send it to you. Just a quick plug, I'm doing a stamp camp with 4 other demonstrators on October 5th. You need to purchase at least the stamp set, the Snowy Wonder stamp set, if not the bundle that includes the dies. But most of the dies are really easy to fussy cut. We will send you, other than adhesives, we'll send you all the materials, the designer series paper, card bases, everything that we can't stamp, so that's why it comes as just cardstock. But we'll give you all the cardstock and like the little snowflakes and ribbons and such like that. I have a link on my website under classes and events for you to participate. It's $45, and that includes the shipping of all the products. We will have a special private Facebook page where we will do the live, so that will be available if you can't participate, or if you that day, or if you need to watch a little, do a little. There will be 2 demonstrations per hour at 10, 11, 1, 2, and 3, and we will do prize drawing every hour for those that are participating. I'm really looking forward to it. Some of the cards are really great, so that's pretty awesome. So thank you so much for joining me this evening. I hope to see you next Sunday for product highlight. Until then, happy stamping.